Hi, you guys. I wanted to come back in and post another video about mindset. Last time I was on here, I was talking about food and how I've used food on my healing journey, and which is, part of the physical components or one of the physical things with regard to healing. But I wanted to talk today about the non physical aspects of healing and especially about mindset and how important mindset is on a healing journey. So, to me, mindset has been so powerful, and I think it could be one of the most powerful aspects to healing and to working on self healing. And that's one of the reasons why I want to put some videos out and reach out to more people is to just share my story and to share some support for anybody who's out there looking at more alternative types of approaches, more natural approaches, and also to let people know, well, one, that you're not alone, but two, that there are ways to work on your healing and take your power back. And so that to me is a big part of my message. And it doesn't mean, you don't go to the doctor and you don't do the things you need to do to help yourself through. But it means that you're working on yourself and you're working on your own journey and really taking your power back, because a lot of what happens with illness, talk about a mindset shift, the initial mindset shift with an illness, whether it's a gradual illness that comes on slowly or whether it's a sudden thing with like a diagnosis like cancer, it can just spin your world around and change your whole thought process with regard to how you look at your body, how you look at disease. And usually when that happens, it's in a negative way, it's in an unhelpful way, and it's in a way that's very disempowering, and people are inclined to lay down and because they feel very victimized, give away their power and give up their control, and not try to impact their situation at all. It's a very natural reaction in most cases. But I think what I want to share today is just a message of, mindset and mindset shifting can be so key and so crucial at that point. So when somebody either again is dealing with a long-term illness where they're just beaten down by it, it can be very defeating. I had dealt with that, prior to my cancer diagnosis, where I had chronic illness for so many years that I just felt, oh, this is never going to stop. I'm never going to feel better. And I just started feeling really down about it. And then with cancer, it was just boom, like a big tidal wave, and then there's the whole image of cancer in our mind. The mindset of cancer as a collective is really strong. The idea that cancer is like this evil superpower that is kind of, coming after us and overpowering us is so intense and so ingrained in us, I think. So it's really hard to shift your mindset out of from those things when you're dealing with them. And again, that's why I think it can be so powerful when you do, because it can give you the drive and the energy and just the focus to do what you need to do to help yourself. So that's key to me in a self-healing journey and of any sort. It can also be a sort of a metaphysical healing journey. It can be a spiritual healing journey. It can look like anything really. But I'm here mostly focusing on how healing physically can help transform our bodies, but also transform ourselves on a spiritual level too. And I think that's really important. There is a spiritual aspect to healing, and mindset is a part of that. Mindset can kind of link the physical world and the non-physical world of healing. So how we see disease is part of that, and how we see our body, how we see nature, all of those are our mindsets. How we see food, how we see energy, all of those are mindsets. And so I think I'll do some more videos on mindset. Maybe the next couple at least will be on mindset too, and delve a little bit more into it. But I just wanted to come on here and kind of introduce that idea and how important I think it is. Those of you that have read a lot of my posts probably know that I am a big it's a big emphasis of mine is mindset and belief systems. And to me, it's all related. What we believe about disease, what we believe about our bodies, and the mindset we have. So for me, what helped me the most initially was, again, I had been in kind of a negative mindset already when I got diagnosed with cancer, and that just slammed me that much more into that place, that negative place. And it took me a few months to come out of that. But what helped me do that initial shift was a couple of things. One was just going within and really kind of like connecting with myself and my body, and just connecting with my spirit, connecting on a soul level. And that looks different for everybody. So I can't tell you on this quick video how to do that for yourself, but there are tools and methods of doing that if it's something that speaks to you. But that to me was a big part of shifting my mindset, is having those quiet moments, those internal dialogues, and those moments where you just kind of shut down the mind and just kind of feel and be with yourself. So that's huge. Another way to shift, and that I shifted initially during that period, that kind of really turned on my healing journey, so to speak, was I became more educated. I did a lot of my own research, and at the time it was easier to find non-polluted information on the internet, and there wasn't as much censorship on the internet as there is now. So now it's a little bit problematic. A lot of the good information is being censored, in my opinion, out there. So anyway, that's a separate conversation. But bottom line is, you want to shift your mindset if you find yourself in a hole, or you find yourself struggling with illness on any level. Kind of questioning how you are seeing things and how that viewpoint is impacting your view of your body and your ability to get well. So, again, a lot of us feel that defeated feeling, but it's so important to do what we can to rise out of that, and of course ask for help if we need help. But in the end, this is a solo journey. Nobody's going to fight for your wellness the way that you are. Nobody's going to want it as badly as you, for you. So it's so important that you gather up that energy and that drive and do what you have to do. If you have to look at your kids or look at your family, or whoever motivates you, whatever inspires you, if you have a mission in life, if you can make that, a part of your focus, that can also really help shift your mindset. So educating yourself on how you see things and learning to see things differently once you educate yourself is important. So for example, for me, that was, I educated myself on cancer. Cancer was not what I believed it to be. And what I learned about cancer was eye-opening. It wasn't as scary then at that point when I learned more about, it, and I had a different perspective of it, which is, again, a whole other conversation. So for another time, but so that was big, going within, learning about my illness, quote unquote, or disease, and learning how to see it differently. So it lost some of that power. And then, also really kind of transforming my mindset around what I desired, and trying to kind of shift that to motivate me to get well. And so that's just like part of my initial mindset shift that took place. But anyway, I wanted to end this video now, because I just don't want these to be too long. But I'll talk again with you guys next week about some things more specific to mindset, and maybe get in a little more detail. But comment below if you have any questions, or if you have any comments or suggestions, or anything you want me to bring up in upcoming videos. I would love that. I love to hear from you guys, and it's really good to get the feedback too, because like I said, I'm here to offer up my support, my encouragement for any of you that are struggling out there. So please reach out, and please like and share these videos if you're getting any value out of them. I'd really appreciate it. So thanks guys, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.